You know what? When I'm just about to do a review, when I'm just about to share a fragrance with you, I get all hyper, I get so excited, and I'm so pleased to be able to share these fragrances with you. Not to tell you to go and buy anything, but just to inspire you to go to your wardrobe, get out a fragrance, because if you're on this channel, trust me, you've probably got a wardrobe full of fragrances. Go and get one and spray it, enjoy it, wear it. You know the way people are kind of concerned about AI taking over the world? You know, at some point human beings, we won't even have to get out of bed, we won't have to go to work, we won't have to drive cars or anything. AI is going to take over the planet, and people are really troubled about this possible event. You know what? This fragrance is the start of AI, because I haven't got to tell you anything about this fragrance rather. This fragrance tells you everything you need to know. So all I've got to do is say a massive warm welcome to Are you ready? A warm welcome to a Stay with it. Come on. Look at this. This is AI. It's just told you that this is a leggy fragrance review. What an incredible bottle. AI is taking over the fragrance world. Okay, the one I'm going to share with you is this one. It is made by Moncler, or if you say Moncler, I don't know. And it is the Moncler Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. This is the big boy, 150ml. This will cost you around about 110 British pounds. Not a cheap fragrance. Like, you're normally reviewing clones and little budget fragrances. Alright, this, I've got to tell you, is not actually my bottle. I'm going to pay tribute to my bosso where I work. Okay, now, I subscribe to the fragrance shop, £12 a month, and you get like a little decant. You get like, I think it's about a 10 or a 15ml sort of sprayer, one a month, and you go on their thingy bob and you sort of put in the shopping basket the ones that you want for the next month and the following month, etc. Anyway, I came across the Moncler, this Pour Homme, and I got the sample and I sprayed it when it came through, and I was like, man, this is good. This is like an attention grabbing fragrance. I took it to work. Now my bosso, I sprayed it for him and he went, hey, I like that, Leggy. Next thing I know, he's on the old internet and he's ordered himself a bottle. This one. All right, no, okay. He has lots of money. In fact, he oozes cash. He's got more money than he knows what to do with. And within seconds, he'd purchased the big 150ml. So I've got to say thank you, Bosso, for lending me this fragrance. My little sample is around somewhere. And he says, Leggy, don't spray too much of it. All right, I'm not going to spray too much of it. But let me tell you, this fragrance, whilst it is an attention-grabbing fragrance and it has actually really very good performance, it may not be for everyone, because it is pretty much a one-horse race. It is a woody fragrance. There's no fruits. There's no sort of vanilla, there's no citrus, there's no florals. It is just a woody fragrance. And you're going to go, man, Leggy, that sounds a little bit boring. All right, let me spray it for you. Totally went out of focus then. Whew. Let me spray it for you, and let me try and tell you what to expect with Moncler Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. Okay, so they've spent all this money on this bottle, but it's not a magnetic cap or anything. It's a traditional sort of yank it and pull. Right, let's spray it one way, then the other. Sprayer, I mean, all right, this, I don't really bother talking about the sprayer, but then as we're talking about the packaging, the sprayer just literally chucks gallons onto your skin. Every time you spray it, half the bottle's gone. All right. The first time I sprayed it, well, not this, my little sample, because Bosso, I haven't used much of this. Don't tell him, I've used quite a bit. Right, the first time I smelt this fragrance, okay, it felt, all right, You know, go back to your school days when you had a pencil and you had a pencil sharpener and you put the pencil in the pencil sharpener, and some of the pencil sharpeners, the better ones, had like a little collector, like an almost clear plastic collector on the back, and it would collect the sort of lead, the bits of the lead and the pencil shavings, the little curls of pencil shavings. Now, the crazy thing is, this for me is a bit like putting your nose into fresh cut pencil shavings. Slightly bits of the graphite, the lead in the middle of the pencil, and the fresh cuts of the very light wood. Okay, now let's get a bit more technical than pencil shavings. Top shelf of this fragrance, there are some sweet woods. Middle shelf of this fragrance, there are some more woods, sweet sort of light woods. And guess what? In fact, instead of me telling you, let's have a show of hands. Yes, you sir. What do you think's on the bottom shelf? Woods? No. Well, sort of. It's vetiver, which is basically a sort of slightly earthy woody note. All right. From top to bottom, Moncler, I keep going to say eau de parfum, but I need to tell it the proper name. Pour Homme is basically a very light, sweet, woody fragrance from top to bottom. Now, I don't get a massive change from the opening to the dry down. It just becomes a little bit more settled and a little bit more sort of relaxed. The opening is a real pungent sort of pencil shavings kind of smell. Then the dry down, which comes around about 10-15 minutes in, is just a smoother pencil shavings kind of smell. Okay, now at work I sprayed this. Everyone enjoyed it. The girls liked it, although they weren't absolutely raving about it like some of the ones I spray, but they did enjoy it. Okay, it is a masculine kind of smell. The woodiness is very masculine. This is not unisex. I mean, it's called Pour Homme, so I guess it's designed for homs or men, right? It is. Okay, so there is a sweetness to it, but the sweetness is just the sweet woods. Okay, it's not like it's, I don't know, like a sweet vanilla or some sweet fruits or a sweet floral. It's just sweet woods on top of woods on top of woods. Okay. Well, to be fair, say that the woods at the bottom have a slightly, well, it's vetiver, so you've got a slightly earthy tone to it. So there is a difference almost from the top to the bottom, but not much. Okay, who could wear this fragrance? Well, let me tell you, it is pretty much ageless. Breaking his teeth in for a camel. Right, it is ageless. This could be worn by a teenager, and it could also be worn by a 90-year-old guy who's still rocking fragrances. This, you know, it's kind of, in my personal humble opinion, it's a little bit more of a formal fragrance. It is an everyday fragrance. You know what, you could wear this to the office, be perfect in your place of work. It's also special enough to be at special occasions, you know, on a night out or a date night. It is. And I would say it is good enough to be a signature scent, because although it's like just a woody fragrance and that's it, it is still stand out enough to be a signature fragrance if you wanted that to be. Okay, so it is not all about the silly sort of, I can't even do it, you have to push the button quite hard. It's not all about the bling bling writing. It is actually a very good fragrance. Now, you want to know about the performance. Okay, now, the performance realistically is right for its price. This is not a budget fragrance, so it should perform good, and it does. For around about an hour and a half to 2 hours, it's really quite a good projection coming off you. Okay, then it dips down, and for the rest of that day it's a fairly small scent bubble. On clothes it's there for about 3 days, and on skin it's sort of there the next morning, but only really faint. Okay, to be fair, all day it's a real strong skin scent. You know, every time you go down to it, it's like bitten into your skin, like really gripped in, and it is quite an oily fragrance. So the performance is a tick. You know, it's really good performance. Value for money, I'm going to say it's not quite a tick because it is an expensive one. Okay, In terms of the smell, as long as you like a one-horse race with just woods, pure sweet woods that smell like pencil shavings on steroids, okay, as long as you like that sort of smell, this could be for you. Okay, is there anything else I need to tell you about it? Okay, no, there isn't really. Good performance, good smell, not the cheapest, but maybe it will come down in price, I don't know. And if you want to borrow it, just ask my bosso. He's a really nice... Oh, that's the other thing. To take it apart, you push 2 buttons at the bottom. So that's the fragrance, and then that's the sort of thing that does the scrolly words. Man, this is so technical. This is AI taking over. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you now. And I really appreciate you being at this review. So in the meantime, till the next review, because I'd love you to come back for the next one, that would be awesome, so I can share another one with you. In the meantime, please stay safe, and please choose a good fragrance, whichever one you choose, and wear it every single day. You know what I mean? Just keep spraying, keep spraying, keep spraying, and enjoy your day so much more. Keep the smile. And you'll message me and you'll say, Leggy mate, you are right. You keep banging on about it, but you do have a better day with a good fragrance. I love you and leave you. See you next time. Goodbye. AI just took over. Where's the button?